I've been pushing my team extremely hard. I made it very clear that vacations don't exist, off days don't exist, and because of that, we are ahead of schedule, and we anticipate the residents moving back in later this week. And we talked about that today, making it very clear that although we're excited that they're going to be able to move in ahead of schedule, we're also committed to staying in communication throughout the remainder of the construction period. And to talk about that, I want to turn it over to Director Johnson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. As the Mayor mentioned, this week we're reaching a milestone in this process. Residents will be allowed to start returning to their homes. The process is that beginning on tomorrow, BG&E will start contacting residents and scheduling appointments to come in and do individual gas hookups to their homes. They've been working over the weekend around the clock to get the final gas mains installed. All the water mains and sewer mains are installed. So once the gas is connected to their homes, we'll be testing inside the homes to make sure there are no leaks in their appliances, to go through a process where we relight, if you will, their water heaters and their ovens and stoves. And by Wednesday, that process should be complete. And on Thursday, they'll start moving in. Some of the residents will be moving in between Thursday and Saturday, with Saturday being kind of the final day of move-in. We'd like to also recognize and thank all of our contractors that have, as the Mayor mentioned, they've been working nights, they've been working weekends, they've been working holidays to try to make this schedule. And despite all the things that we ran into, the unforeseen issues that we ran into, all of the soldier piles have been installed, and we're now ready to move forward with the move-in.
Has CSX and the city come together to figure out who's responsible yet? I know you guys did a lot of tests. What have your tests revealed?
But we are in ongoing discussions with CSX. We have meetings with them every week. We'll be meeting with them again next week. They've been working with us cooperatively to try to facilitate the construction, reviewing the designs as we're in the process, and we're still working through those issues with them.
Do you know what the cost sharing will look like at all?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Any idea when that might come out?
I don't think so. I think it is understandably a long process. We're talking about property lines that were drawn over 100 years ago. And for me, the most important thing was to make sure that while we settled that issue, that the residents were not put in any, they weren't put in jeopardy. So we fast-tracked all of their claims so they could move back into the property. And we have time to resolve that.
And Mayor, there are several cars as well the road collapse. What's going to happen to the people at home?
Anyone who had any loss as a result of the collapse, I green-lighted, expedited claims almost immediately after the claim. So there's no change in that from when I made that initial determination that whatever your claim was, bring it to us. We'll pay it and sort out the split on who's responsible later.
Madam Mayor, now that we have a timeline on the residents, is there a timeline set for when a final report is coming out?
We don't have a timeline yet, and as I was saying, there's no rush on that. Luckily we had, fortunately I should say, we had resources to pay for the construction costs. Now we can sort out and give it the time and attention that it needs to sort out what, if any, split there be. But that shouldn't be a concern of the residents because, as I said, we fast-tracked any of their claims.
Mr. Johnson, one question. You mentioned the pylons being driven into the street. Will people be able to park on that street, being that it's now limited, or what is your design, or what is your thought process on that?
Yeah, no one will be able to park on that block of 26th Street. There's going to be ongoing construction there. The key is that we're reaching the end of what I consider kind of the emergency phase of the response. Now we're moving more into the longer term construction, and we're hoping to get some resolution on some of the cost-related issues before we get into too far into the major construction for permanent restoration.
One more.
Any idea how long that long term is? Are we talking years, months, or weeks?
Yeah, it will be months. Initially, we're thinking 5 to 6 months is going to take, assuming that we're able to continue the process and move right into construction right away.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you.